Animation cels. Do you know about them? Do you like them? Do you collect them? I did collect them in the past, and in today's video I'm going to show you my cell collection. Hi there, my name is Swiss Bohemian, and today I'm going to show you my cell collection, a part of my cell collection which I'm quite proud of. I'm going to switch my camera from another angle, and then I'm going to show you my collection and also talk a little bit about the cells, from which shows they are and where I got them. I started collecting animation cels in the early to mid 1990s, and I did collect for about 10 to 15 years. Let me talk through the first folder. The first one is a small cell from an OAV called Super Atragon, if I'm not mistaken. There was a science fiction series, science fiction OAV of the mid 1990s. I think it was a remake of an older anime. I don't know the character's name, but I got this cell rather cheap, I think. This one here is one of the very few animation cels I have with a real background. This is Bubblegum Crisis 2040, if I'm not mistaken. So this is like the TV series of Bubblegum Crisis, which came out in the late 90s and which was not as successful or as popular as the older OAV series from the 1980s. I really like this background. It looks amazing. Up here is a cell of Shu from the TV series Now and Then, Here and There. That's one of my favorite animation TV series. It came out in 1999 and it's a science fiction series about a boy who is transported to another world. It's not a classic isekai story, it's a rather harsh human drama. I have more than one cell of this series, but I miss the main protagonist. Next to him there's a girl called Lalaru who has blue hair, and unfortunately I don't have any cells from her. Okay, there are other cells now from Now and Then, Here or There. Again, this is the main protagonist Shu, and you can also see some smaller key drawing in the background here. This is another it's a side protagonist of the same series, Now and Then, Here and There. I forgot his name. He's one of the boy soldiers in this alternative world. I think her name is Sarah, and she is also from Earth. She was like kidnapped by mistake and transported to another world, and her story is quite horrific. And then I think this is my favorite cell of these from Now and Then, Here and There. Again, Shu from a very great scene where he's on a rooftop, on a glass rooftop. And it's right before he starts to kick the rooftop with his baseball bat, and there's some absolutely epic music. This is one of my favorite scenes from the whole TV series. That's the last one from Now and Then, Here and There. She's like a henchwoman from the main bad guy. I forgot her name. Was it Emilia? Forgot it. It's also quite a nice cell. I'm quite surprised how well these cells are all conserved after all these years. Now this here is a cell from a show called Tenshi ni Narumon, I'm Going to Be an Angel. That was like a fun TV series in the late 1990s. Very colorful series, quite nicely animated for a TV show. I think her name is Noeru, and she's like a big crazy girl. So this is a key drawing, which is the basis for the cell. And with the key drawings, the animators are checking if the animation is like correct, if it's fluent, if it's like if the movements are okay, and if it's okay, then they do the cells. Two cells from City Hunter. I think this is Kaori Makimura. She's like the assistant of the main character in City Hunter, Yosaiba. I'm not sure if this is the TV series. Might be like a kind of short movie, but this is for sure. This must be the TV series. My one and only Sailor Moon cell. I'm not sure from which season. I think it's one of the later seasons. If you know about which episode that is and what scene, please let me know in the comments below. This one here, this is the main characters from a science fiction love comedy series from the early 1980s. It's called Wingman. Yume Senshi Wingman. This anime is based on a manga by Masakazu Katsura. The series is also well known among older fans, French fans, because it was broadcast around 1990 on French television. Two cels from Lupin III, Professor Zenigata. I have no idea from where this is. I think it might be a movie, one of the movies from the early 1990s, or it might be like a TV show. If you know, please let me know in the comments down below. Again, Professor Zenigata, he looks like he's drawing and he can't breathe. This is one of the Gundam series. Which Gundam series? I have no idea because I'm an absolute noob when it comes to Gundam. Again, please let me know in the comments below. Who is this character? I think it's one of the mid-1990s Gundam shows, but I don't know which one. So this is a timesheet which belongs to Dragon Ball Z. That's Bidel. I think that was quite early in the Trunks saga. Not Trunks, no, Buu, Majin Buu saga from Dragon Ball Z. This one is from the OAV series. What was that name? This one I have no idea what it is. It's either Bastard, the OAV science fiction fantasy OAV Bastard, or it's a kind of hentai. No idea what it is. Got it like for quite cheap. And the next one is, I'm pretty sure that's like from the same series. Looks like it's quite sexual. I have no idea what it is. If you know what this is, please let me know in the comments down below. That's like a comedy series which is rather unknown outside of Japan. I think it's called Tsuyoshi-kun. This is from the TV series H2. Now I have some from Rumiko Takahashi's works. So this is a cell from Maison Ikoku. This is the main character Godai, and this is his little niece. And this is a very, very good romance series. It's an absolute 1980s classic. Now I have cells from Urusei Yatsura, which is one of my favorite TV anime series of all time. And this is Ataru Moroboshi. These ones here I got from a really good friend of mine. He knew I'm a big fan of Urusei Yatsura and he saw them really cheap in Japan. So he made me a present, he gave me a lot of those. So 1, 2, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there are more than just, I think there's a whole stack of, This sale, it's a little bit a pity, it's really dirty around here, but I got this one for, I think, 500 yen, 400 yen, which is like $4 or $5. Now, this one here again, Urusei Yatsura, this is his teacher, Ataru Moroboshi and his teacher. This looks quite awkward here, but it's actually quite dramatic scene. I think it's the episode called "And There Was None," something like that, around episode 75 to 80, somewhere there. All the characters are on an island and they're trying to survive because someone kills one character after another. In this scene, Ataru realizes that one very important character of the show just has been killed, or she's like dead in the bath. It's just this episode, and the next episodes the characters are alive. There's a reason for it, but anyway, this was a really great moment in the TV show. And this too, Urusei Yatsura, again, this is really funny, and again, Ataru Moroboshi. So this, I really like this one. I'm wondering from which episode this is. It's really nice here, the design. This one here is from the movie called Beautiful Dreamer. This is the second Urusei Yatsura movie, which is an absolute masterpiece. And here would be, I think, if not mistaken, would be like water. So you see also their reflections on the water. It's a really great scene. This again is from the TV show Urusei Yatsura. And this is also from the TV show Lamu, the main character, and Tenchan. This is from the first movie, Only You. Also an important scene, rather in the beginning of the movie, where Lamu decides to, I think, to leave Ataru for a moment, something like that. And the other one, which is again the TV series, because you can also tell the format, this is like 4:3, and this is like 16:9. So that's like my best sell of Urusei Yatsura, and I got it for a rather good price, I must say. It was even less than $100, which for some of you might sound extremely crazy, but sales of Urusei Yatsura from LAM with this kind of shot, usually you pay at least $300, $400, $500 at least. So I was really surprised. I got this one for an extremely good price, and it's an original one, it's not a fake one. Key from an OAV called Key the Metal Idol. I got some really nice looking one from Key. So she's like an android if I'm not mistaken, and she wants to become a human. So this is a kind of like modern Pinocchio story. Also here in the back you have like the movement. It's written what kind of color you should use, and also that's the camera movement, so it moved like this, I guess. Again, a very nice cell from Key. So these are one of my earliest cells I ever got. I got them in Switzerland. These are all Key the Metal Idol cells. I really like here this kind of like crayon, this descent to show that there would be like a kind of shadow in the back. This one is especially great here. This is from an OAV called Golden Boy, based on a manga by the same name. It's a very funny series about the guy who is like very talented but also extremely horny, and he's like traveling Japan with his mountain bike, looking for some jobs, and he always has some jobs which involve quite pretty women. This cell is from a TV show called Blue Seed, which I totally forgot about content. It's based on a manga by the same guy who did 3x3 Eyes. Here a cell from Ranma 1/2, the main character Ranma, I think after he got beat up and he's walking on a stick. Now this show is from an early 1980s rom-com. It's called The Kabocha Wine. The main character is this guy. He's called Shunsuke. He's like really small. And the other main character is her. Her name is Eru. She's L size and he's like Shunsuke S size. KO Century Beastkeeters. That's like a fantasy comedy series, a robot series from the early 1990s. Cardcaptor Sakura. I don't think I have to talk a lot about this. This is like now it's a classic, magical girl classic from the later 90s. Again, Cardcaptor Sakura. This is Onisamae. It's a shoujo classic, manga classic, which was animated in 1991 by Osamu Dezaki. Macross 2. That was an OAV. Came out I think in 1990 or something like that. Was not really great if I remember well, and has also not such a good reputation among Macross fans. I remember I got this cell in Paris in the mid-90s, and when I was the first time in Paris I went to anime and manga shops in Paris and they had some cells. This one I got there. You cannot really see it here. Unfortunately it's really hard to see, but there is actually a shadow. Now I have some Ghibli cells. This is from the movie Porco Rosso, and this is Fio. This is the main character Taiko, I think, from the movie Only Yesterday by Isao Takahata. Kiki's delivery service, right in the beginning of the movie, where she is in front of her father and she twirls around. Again, Kiki's delivery service, the scene where she meets for the first time Tombo. This is later in the movie. Again, Kiki and Tombo. Tombo wants to ride with her on his like a special bicycle with a propeller. My Neighbor Totoro. This is Satsuki, where she gets the telegram that her mother has to stay a bit longer in the hospital. Again, My Neighbor Totoro. This is Mei. She's picking up an acorn. That's in the beginning of the movie. Shunsuke from the show I talked to you earlier, the Kabocha Wine. Again, the Kabocha Wine, this time Eru-chan. Again, the Kabocha Wine. And now, this one here is also one of my favorite cells. This is from Kimagure Orange Road. That's Madoka, that's Hikaru. It's from the TV series. I think that's the only cell I have of Madoka, because Kimagure Orange Road is one of these series where the cels are extremely expensive today as well. Especially Madoka, she's like a really famous character among older anime fans. And if you want to have like a bigger close-up of her with the eyes open, you pay easily $800 to $1,500. Two from Kimagure Orange Road, and this one from, these are from the movie I Want to Return to That Day. This is Kyosuke. And this is Hikaru. Two from Nadia, Secret of Blue Water. This one is from the movie, and that's Nadia. The movie is god awful. Please don't watch the movie. Please don't watch the movie. But please watch the TV series, which is amazing. And this one is from the TV series. I don't know exactly which episode. So Nadia, Secret of Blue Water. That is Nadia. From Oh My Goddess, an OAV series from the early 1990s, which also became later a TV series. This is from a TV show from the early 1990s. Looks like Heidi, but it's not Heidi. Magic Knight Rayearth, based on a manga by the women's team called Clamp. Now this one, I have no idea what it is. I liked it. It's from a TV series. If you know it, please let me know in the comments down below. This is from a movie. I think it's a movie or it's an OAV. No, I think it's a movie called Gal Force. It's based on designs by Kenichi Sonoda, who made, for example, Gunsmith Cats. And here as well, Gal Force, Saint Tail, something like that. I think that's the boy who really wants to capture the girl, who is like the magical girl. So I hope you liked today's video. If you like this kind of video and you want to see more, please give me some comments down below, subscribe to my channel, and see you next time. Goodbye!